Peace, love, and balance, y'all. Peace, love, and balance, y'all. This is Isha, the Copper Queen, the goddess on the rise, the flower hoodie queen, bringing the second exchange 222, y'all. Y'all, I'm out here having a little smoke break and sitting on my front porch. Yep, I've been doing a lot of running around the past couple of days, y'all. It's been a lot. You know, I got my website finally launched, but I still got to upload everything on it. I end up having to do my website myself, y'all, which I'm proud of myself for doing it. I, don't consider myself a big tech person, but I love working with it and having them, but not as well as, building websites. But I literally built this whole website myself, and it was less expensive that way too. Paid for my domain and everything, so I got to finish loading everything on there and setting everything else up. So another thing off my list. I just posted my story, y'all, about stacking some silver. Y'all see what's going on. I'm about to get into that now. I almost didn't even go live. But it's Tarot Tuesday, so, I'm going to do a free live, all right? Just a regular freestyle live. But, yeah, get y'all some silver. Keep stacking. I just bought, a whole bunch of organic seeds because I'm about to plant some more stuff. It's time to get your independence. That's what Flower Hoodie stands for. Independence, emancipation, and freedom, all right? That's why I'm the Flower Hoodie queen. I ain't got my bell out here. But look, y'all, they already trying to pass laws now. They trying to pass laws on letting teachers carry guns in the school systems now. And I be telling people I'm a dark goddess. And that's the times we going back to universal law and the law of the lands, honey, where everybody's going to have to fend for themselves. And let me tell y'all something. No mammal in its true nature is going to allow you to harm their children in vain. Any female, no matter what the species is, will kill you for trying to even come near her babies. You don't even have to scratch a hair on their head. Just coming near them is threatening. So that's why most feminine animals are always the more vicious one than the male in the animal kingdom. Most of the time, the woman is more vicious than the male, and he will jump in to defend all of them, absolutely. But the woman is always of a very protective energy when it comes to children. So yeah, I tell you, I know I say a lot of things, and yeah, I'm not for unjust harm of anybody. I'm a balanced witch, like I tell y'all. I'm balanced, but I am for the dark and the light. I'm for the light so we can utilize the light more, but if it goes dark, I can go dark too, and you should be able to do that too. You got to go dark. You can't just let people harm you. If you had somebody breaking your house, let me tell y'all right now, this is what I thought about. This is how some of y'all gonna be, because some people think that the things that I talk about is a bit over the top. But I'm like, so why somebody killing you, you gonna be trying to dial 911? 911 is not even going to work pretty soon, and I'm not joking about that. The 911 is going to be non-existence. It's gonna, and even if it does, I don't know if y'all remember the movies. They be showing movies all the time about when people was trying to call 911 and the lines was just cut off. You couldn't even get through, and they would say it's not a police call that can't come around for 8 hours, or it's about to get like that. Ain't no protection. It's about to get like that. It's not gonna be no protection. So that's why I've been telling y'all about tribing up. And honestly, I'm gonna tell y'all this too. Some of y'all, and it's all right. I'm gonna say this in a more genuine, but some of y'all cowards. And when I say that, it's because some of y'all ain't never raised to, you're not fighters. And that doesn't mean that's what the symbol of the cowardly lion was on the Wizard of Oz. He was strong and mighty as ever, right, physically, but he was not a fighter. He didn't have no courage. He was scared. Some of us is a cowardly lion. Some of y'all the cowardly lion. And I'm like, you know what? I'm the Wicked Witch of the West. I ain't scared of nothing. Like, you supposed to be like that. If you don't, you, like they say, lions and tigers and bears, you're going to get ate up out here. Look at them. Y'all really prepared to let y'all children go to these schools. And then we know how the police done had accidental shootings, like Tamar Rice. That little boy was in the park. That was a little boy. He was not in a gang. And we're not justifying them killing our brothers and sisters but being in gangs either. Because there's plenty of gangs around the world. Way more dangerous than us. Alright? Especially them Latino gangs. I ain't gonna lie. I'll get one of those. They crazy. They are, man. They're knife fighters, and they'll cut anybody quick. They have most of the time them Latinos go to jail for stabbing people. They not really gun people like that. They stabbing. I'm a knife person. Because of the knife, they still believe in the quarrels, the knife fights, samurai stuff. That's really all where they came from. Real gang members, we didn't come from using guns. It was a real fight and a knife. And that's what I'm saying. We cowards, though. We scared to fight, y'all. Guns is not what's up, y'all. And I'm somebody that likes guns. I grew up around guns. But guns is not what's up. I'm being real. Guns is really not what's up. Have you ever seen a fight? When I was growing up, we used to fight a lot. Growing up in the country, I think it's just we had so much energy. And then even here in Nashville, too. Nashville and Chevrolet, it was just bored. So sometimes people get frustrated getting in a fight. But after the fight was over, y'all was friends. And it was different. And I don't know about y'all, when we was little, we had kids in the whole neighborhood. We had gangs, little young gangs. You'll go to it like, if there was some people trying to fight you, we all going together. And then the fight would, most people would just bag down because you know you don't want to get ganged. So that's what that was really about. The symbolism of a gang was be like, if you mess with one of us, you got to mess with all of us. It was never meant to be another gang against another melanated gang. It's not supposed to be. It's supposed to be us against anybody trying to cause us harm. And we forgot about all that. I hope we getting back to that now, because it's getting tough out here. Like, they really about to try to let these shaky, scary teachers. And let's just keep it real. We done had these teachers having sex with the students. So now we're going to let them have access to our kids and have sex with them. And then we're going to let them, and we used to let them discipline our kids, like paddling and all that. Because I done got a paddling in school before. And my mom didn't even sign me up for paddlers. But when they used to give paddlers with them little wooden things, this one lady whooped me, and my granddaddy came up there and raised hell on them for putting their hands on me. Yeah, you ain't supposed to be letting nobody discipline your children, because you don't know what they doing. So yeah, I'm like, stuff like that. So now we about to let them have guns so they can accidentally shoot Johnny for pulling out a phone in the classroom. Man, no, y'all. This is so crazy. Y'all, I'm just over here. I ain't gonna lie. I don't know if I tell you, I suffer from depression because I'm an overthinker and I'm an empath, and this stuff is just emotional to me. And I'm a deep thinker. I'm a deep thinker as well as an overthinker. So it's like the reality of stuff that you can't control sometimes is so depressing. And I have to keep myself from thinking about that stuff. That's why I smoke. Because it's just, I can see what's about to happen before anybody, because I'm going to analyze so I can comprehend and really analyze. I can predict something before it even happens, and I can look at something and tell you what the results of that are going to be if y'all tried it. That's why I'm being, some girl, she said I had like a masculine energy about me, and I can see that. So she thought I was gay or something, or bisexual or whatever, and I was like, no, I just have I'm balanced in my energy, and I do have a warrior feminine energy. It's just natural. But she tried to go farther and ask me, how do I know I don't like women if I've never tried it? I said, okay. I said, that's true, but I said, I also ain't never tried crack, and I'm pretty sure based off the history of what crack did to our people, do I still need to take a try? I'm like, you know what I'm saying? You see what they do? That's all I'm saying. Well, you gotta try it first. You don't know if you like it. That's indoctrinating me. If I wanted it, I would have it. I would be drawn to it naturally. I shouldn't have to try it, right? It will be a desire of mine, and I do not desire a woman. So, but that's how they got us thinking. And I want to get on how we don't realize it's time to really get live out here energetically in your dark energy. Okay, you need to know what you're capable of and what you're not capable of. That's something we need to know too. If you're not capable of certain things, we need to know that, so you will be somebody where we need to keep out the way, you know. But we also need to know who's capable of what. So if y'all remember that Netflix original that Idris Elba and Regina King played in The Harder They Fall, in the beginning of the movie, the preacher gets killed and his wife, right? And in the beginning, if you don't even know this, because they doesn't come out till later. So if you haven't seen this is a spoiler, so don't listen or leave and come back later and go watch it. But yeah, in the beginning, a preacher got killed and the wife, and that seemed very dark. And if I'll be the first to say, I don't want it. Who wants to do that? That behavior was a bit dark, right? But why was it the preacher that got killed? And then what did he do to the boy? He carved that cross right in the middle of his forehead, a cross. Because I feel like he knew that child was cursed. because that family was a Christian family. If you didn't know, back then, just like now, the churches intentionally indoctrinated the people to save themselves. Yeah, they did false teachings. So because preachers got rewarded, if you teach them this and keep them in words in line, we'll make sure you have everything you need. So preachers were doing that, and it was getting, he was indoctrinating people with that witchcraft, the Bible. Now Christians, this is not to offend you, y'all. If you following me, you should see the stuff that I post. So I don't think nobody should be getting offended by now. I was born and raised a Christian. So I'm like, if I can see all the Bible verses that I've questioned since I was a child, that my mom and them used to shut me down when I used to bring up, like the witch Endor, I brought that up. My mom used to shut that down. I brought up how Queen Sheba blessed Solomon with crystals and herbs and all that stuff. That was clearly witchcraft, and my mama shut that down too. You know what I'm saying? And how he had all them wives and stuff, right? So I'm like, if we supposed to be married, why was King Solomon able to have all them wives, mama? Those questions don't want to get answered. And that's the stuff that I used to get cut off of from talking about in the Bible. So that's what I'm telling y'all. The Bible it's real messed up, y'all. It's not a safe tool. And then everybody's scared of Lucifer. Lucifer ain't even got the most bodies in the Bible. It's God. It's God and Lord, as they say. And if y'all ever caught this before, just like we call each other brother and sister, and we don't use the N-word, they call each other Lord. And in their life, if you look at all the Caucasian old empire movies, when it's about royal and throne stuff, like any of these shows, they be like, my Lord, Lord Farquaad, Lord this. They call each other Lord, like we calling each other king and queen and goddesses now. That's just a term. So they tricked us with that. Lord could be anybody. That's why when Samael died and Saul was trying to speak to him and he couldn't, and the Lord wouldn't answer him, ancestor-wise, the Lord that he was trying to summon and conjure would not answer him, and he had to go to the witch in Endor to speak to spirit, familiar spirits. So that's what I've been telling you. How can y'all get mad at people or fear people that worship Lucifer or choose to be a Lucifer follower? Because Lucifer, actually his name, it went from devils, it went from Satan, devil, and all that. That was demonizing him, just like they did Lilith, okay, Adam's first wife, because they were jealous of him. Okay, he was what they say, rising star. He was the top angel, okay, and he was the most beautiful, and everybody loved him. It's all in the book of Revelations about him. Okay, so the Lord, the God, whatever, got jealous of all the praise he was getting in heaven. And Lucifer pointed out, like, he knew we was gods. Y'all don't know. Y'all think y'all descendant of this God that you think you are, and you really a Lucifer descendant. That's how we get here on earth. How did we get here on earth? We didn't start on earth. Lucifer got kicked out, and a bunch of angels got kicked out. And who do you think those angels, when they start reproducing on earth, built? That's how men, demigods got created. Okay? Right? He said Morpheus from the Matrix. Right. So we are demigods. And if you're a demigod, that means you got demon blood in you. Stop lying. You got some Lucifer blood in you. You ain't got no choice. You didn't get to start off in heaven as a pure angel like we did, as they say. So you an earth angel. That's what it is. They were gods that came to earth. Okay, they came to earth. That's what remember the woman that had the 13 stars on her head, and that dragon was trying to eat her in the book of Revelation. She had the moon over her head too, and below, and one of the stars that got kicked all the way down to earth, and all that stuff. That's all that stuff. All right, that's all that. So you think they be telling you in the Bible, in the book of Revelation, where it's against angel versus demons? Whose side are you on? Do you know what side you're supposed to be on? They always tell you to be on the side of angels, but Lucifer was an angel. He didn't stop being an angel just because he got kicked out of heaven. He still had all his powers, and that's why he's been so powerful. So how can an angel that was the most top angel next to the creator themselves just be evil all of a sudden? Okay, and then he apparently got a whole bunch of angels to go with him, and they got kicked out too. So the fight is actually against each other, like it always is. Like same thing as they say, black on black crime. It's angels fighting angels. It's an angel fight. It's the gods fighting. So you either gonna be on Lucifer's side or God, which the God we know flooded the world, done did all kind of crazy stuff in the Bible, killing everything. Alright? Everything. Even with almost tried to kill the children of Israel, and Moses had to stop him. Y'all need to read that again. Moses had to be like, hey, we're not doing that. He was trying to kill all after he just freed them. For they got in trouble making that golden calf. And the Lord was saying, kill him. And Moses was like, you sent me to free them just to kill them? This guy was crazy. Lucifer wasn't like that. Lucifer was about self-defense and free will and being able to utilize his power the way that he see fit. Independence. Alright? Freedom. Instead of being a slave and having to worship. Because you don't have to worship anybody. And as the Bible says, you're not supposed to, right? They say you're not supposed to. But in the same Bible, they setting up altars and stuff. I don't share stuff like this. I share it again, but they be setting up altars in the Bible. In the Bible, that's why the Catholic Church done all that. That's why the Catholic Church got an altar. And they be having candles. They be having bells and everything when they be doing stuff. And if you notice, Catholic churches don't even use the Bible. They just be doing rituals. Have you ever went to a cathedral and actually sat through a Catholic service? It's not a regular preaching service like what we grew up in. If you're a child that grew up in America and traditional churches, it's not like that at all. It's very spiritual. It's ritualistic. I done been more than once. The one here in Nashville, there's a cathedral here in Nashville, Tennessee. I'm actually about to go on this ghost tour tonight. See, I like to find out about my city, but it's a ghost tour tonight about the haunted places. And Nashville is like one of the top haunted cities because of the wars that happen here, and the whole ground is pretty much burial grounds. So it's bodies everywhere. So half the houses that got houses on them, it probably remains under your house. They know that. And in the Cumberland River. So they got a whole tour about it. And I think the cathedral is one of the places that it's going to be a stop. And even the Capitol, because they got bodies in the Capitol that they know that they're there and know where they're at. So they know what they're doing. Y'all need to know more about what's going on. They know what they're doing. But we a biblical country, as they say. Alright. They got y'all messed up. They got y'all messed up, indoctrinated with that Bible, I'm trying to tell you. And y'all been comprehending it all wrong on purpose. And that stuff dangerous. You on the person's side that want to kill you. And want your existence done away with. For real. That's why they want to kill, as they say, the melanin woman so bad. That's really what that's about. And then they think they're going to survive. If I'm going to tell y'all something that's a true fact, y'all. If the melanin woman really became endangered, like how they say endangered species, if she became an endangered species, the world would die. That's all. And I'm going to tell you what would happen. Our souls never die, right? So guess what will happen? We will go back to being mammals again. Man is the top mammal, right? We're not really, that's the thing. Everybody want to say we humans, because human means you're an animal, and we're the top species, right? So most animals, when they're young, they don't really need a lot of care. Like wolves and cubs and stuff like that, after a certain age, they can pretty much fend for themselves, and their moms and they only have to raise them for a certain period of time. They don't stay in traditional families like we have to do. But also our babies can't really do for themselves really until they 5 or 6 or sometimes later. So our lifestyle, with how the world wanted us to bring children in, is different from animals. We can't be animals. We would have to be gods, because our babies don't do that. Our babies have to be breastfed. They have to be taken care of. They don't even know how to walk. Most baby mammals, they know how to, like birds, they don't know how to fly yet. But I'm going to tell you, I got birds all around my house. Birds come around me a lot. So I got nests all around my house. And I've seen them like fly off and drop the baby. And I done seen one fall and hit the ground. She'll pick him back up, but if he's dead, she'll leave him there. And she got to go back up. That's crazy. She'll just leave her baby there. He didn't work. But that's how she teach him how to fly. Throw him out there. She just throw him out there. And if you fly, you fly. If you don't, you don't. Y'all ready for that? That's the animal kingdom, y'all. So y'all ready to be animals. And that's really what we've been doing anyway. That's why we got so many single mothers and single fathers and just broken homes in general. Everybody just procreate with each other and just drop each other. We don't stick together. We don't even stick together just to raise the baby. Some do, but most don't. We don't even stick together to make sure the baby gets seen off well. Just focus on the child only and what the child needs from the both of us as man and woman, since we created this baby and we living in a society where clearly they can't take care of themselves without us. See what I'm saying? Y'all, we got to get with the program, what they doing. But if y'all want to go back to the animal kingdom, y'all need to know what y'all really talking about. That's all I'm saying. The animal kingdom is dark. It's dark out here, y'all. The animal kingdom crazy. You gonna drop your baby and be like, walk, and then your baby break your leg? If you do that now, you going to jail for child, what is it called? Child abuse. If you just dropped your child right now and be like, start walking, you can't do that. So we gotta stop using polygamy as an excuse that we're animals, trying to use it where the animals do it. Alright, and the animals also eat their young. You gonna eat your baby? You about cannibalism too? We can't pick and choose the stuff that we want to live by. Don't look at all the aspects of these animals. Like a snake. I told you I identify as a snake. Snakes, she'll poison your ass and bite you. The snake is the most deadly animal in the world. That's why I chose it. I resonated. Ain't nobody ever with no snake. Snakes don't get killed as often as any other mammal because too many people are terrified to even come near it. You're not going to try to just fight a snake. You're going to stay away so they live longer. They're the longest living mammals. Is anything wrong with their nature? They protect them all the time. And they so vicious. You really gotta be in tune. That's why when you see the Japanese be doing them dances with snakes and stuff like that, man, you gotta be so in tune with this animal for it to truly trust you to let you touch it and not it harming you. So people like that are they always be supernatural people too. That's the only reason why the snake will let you even do that kind of stuff. And of course, they train our snakes now, having to breed them and captivated and all that stuff. But a snake in its nature, you can't just get it to be nice to you. No, you can't. Not like that. So that's all I be telling y'all. Y'all got to really look at the animal kingdom about some of this stuff. And that's what they want us to go back to. Well, it's already happening. Ain't about to be no law. It's not about to be no laws, y'all. The law is you better take care of yourself and protect yourself. All right, that's gonna be the new law. We're gonna have. Have y'all been seeing these sheriffs out? I've been seeing these sheriffs, y'all. I don't really see cops no more. I see sheriffs, and y'all know about these sheriffs. So it's going back to that sheriff errors and stuff like that. It's going down, y'all. It's going down. Ain't about to, the sheriff. Remember, the sheriff can't take care of everybody. Some of that stuff, the sheriff would just let bygones be bygones. He can't be there for everybody. So look, them sheriffs used to be corrupt too. Like, prime example, like in that movie, The Harder They Fall. It was some sheriffs in there too, right? The sheriff that was in there. The sheriff used to be about that life. That's really all it was. Because the sheriff is most of the time picked by the town who they want to be in that position of authority. So we getting back to that. Do you know anybody? Did you know anybody right now where you live at? If it happened right now, who would you vote to be in charge? Because that's what's going to have to happen. We about to be voting for sheriffs again. Who you voting for? That's why I'm like, forget voting for presidents and all that. Who you about to vote for your town? To be the sheriff in your town. Do you trust their judgment and their way of thinking and their justice? Their definition of what justice is. You really got to know somebody like that. So because they about to let these teachers come to school with guns. All it's going to take is, what's her name, pull a brush out her purse. And she shot her. I thought she was trying to shoot me. Oh my God. That's next. And then we're going to be having little riots again with our signs talking about they killing our baby. We got to stop falling for this stuff and take our kids out their schools. We got to stop falling for this stuff, y'all. All of this, first of all, let me tell y'all something else. These situations are not random. So that church school shooting was not random. They said that. Just like the bombing that happened in Nashville, Tennessee down there, that they still got tore up. If y'all remember, they said there was reports later on, it came out that this person got reported several times about planning a bombing, and when it happened, they acted brand new and they never arrested them. None of these things is dangerous. That was a suicide mission. That's what they be doing. She started the mission, and now the mission is getting complete. Because now they can say, well, now guess what? Do y'all want teachers to carry guns or not? That was what it was always about. Getting guns in school so they can start. Woo, baby. It's getting tough out here. It's getting tough out here. Y'all keep trusting these school systems with your babies. because you don't want to raise them at home, and you don't want to homeschool them, and that's why we really been talking. I don't know if y'all follow. There's a lot of people I was following when 2020 happened, when we was on a lockdown. I had never experienced it before. Not the world just sitting still. So it was heavy content being pushed everywhere about starting your own gardens. And everything that's happening right now, I remember how many platforms were talking about what's happening right now. So they was just talking about get your affairs in order. Get land. Get gardens up. Get full independence. Get business started. And if you can, homeschool your kids. That's not a joke, y'all. It's just not. They have enabled us to need them, and then need them for what? They don't teach our kids nothing. I promise y'all, the only thing I can truly say that I'm using now that I learned in school is science, which is how I came up with my carpentry with ICU, with the periodic table. Yeah, they taught us some things, but y'all know they robbed us. We didn't. Most of the stuff that I know now, the stuff that I know, that I talk about, I didn't learn that at school. I had to study. They didn't teach a lot of stuff that I know now. And it was on purpose. So really, most of the average kids that just went to public schools are not intelligent as they should be, unless they extend their education. So either way, we was never supposed to let them educate our kids to the point where we stopped teaching them things at home. And that's what we got comfortable at. So that's why kids stop inspiring to be things. You know, everybody want to be shallow stuff, because all you ever did was put them in front of a TV and show them. The only way to make it is be a ball player, be a musician, be a singer. And there's nothing wrong with these things. But I'm saying you didn't show them that it was other things that you could be. Like I grew up wanting to make jewelry, because I used to make jewelry as a little girl just for fun and just playing with beads. And who knew I would get to do that and sell real copper jewelry and make it. You see what I'm saying? Those type of things. Tweaking their brain. We don't do that no more. We just send them to school. And what does school do? What? They got 6 periods now. One of them be PE. And that's it. And it's just a cycle of it every day for how many years? And it's no advancement really. No true. They're not teaching astrology, which is a very big deal. They're not teaching science, not on a comedic level. Like comedic science and stuff like that. They playing our babies anyway. Our baby's supposed to be spiritual. I'm happy my grandmama got me reading, y'all. My grandmama got me reading. It got education means training of animals. Man, listen. Yes. Exactly. They educated us, all right. They did that. Yes, they did. They training animals. That's what it is, y'all. And I don't be saying this to offend nobody, but yes, they do. They everything that they did is treating us like animals, illiterate animals. Everything that Malcolm X talked about that heavily, they was doing it to dumb us down. It was used to dumb us down. And then while you slaving at work, mom and dad, because my mom did it too, slaving at work, and your legacy is just getting dumbed down some more. So all that work you work for retirement, you burnt out, still have the time. Most of these people that retire don't have enough money to send their kids out to college. And then college, what is college teaching us? Unless you really truly take up something like chemistry. That's another thing. College can be beneficial if you truly take up a trade. You see what I'm saying? That's a beneficial trade. Like, say if you want to learn how to be a builder, a handyman, taking in construction and learning that stuff, taking those courses for those things. But we don't do that no more. We're taking all these majors for corporation jobs that they're in control of. And what do? Compete for the jobs with Becky and Robert. And I'm not saying that to be funny, but it's the truth. As melanin people, we trying to work in corporate America. We always competing. I done been to jobs like that where people get promoted over me, and I had more education than them and experience, and they just keep getting promoted over me. And what's really the common denominator? I'm melanated and they wasn't. What else was the reason for them not to promote me? You know what I'm saying? It don't be. It be because they not promoting us. The whole system is not made for us, y'all. We've been on it. I ain't even got to say that. But look, y'all. I just bought some more silver. Y'all need to be getting silver too. And copper. I got some copper coins too. You can check those out. Y'all need to really be stacking y'all coins, literally. Because the dollar done, y'all. More people about to start dropping the U.S. currency. Did y'all ever imagine seeing this happen? No, they don't. No, they don't have it in the schools today. But yes, did y'all see what's really happening right now? I didn't never think I would live to see the day to see, as they say, Babylon fall. But I'm so happy to be able to witness this and be free and stable. You know what I'm saying? Because we supposed to be free anyway. We ain't supposed to be having to be ruled over like this. And you're not even supposed to have to work a job. Y'all know, the true statement, y'all, jobs are slavery. That's not a joke. And if you having to work a job right now to make ends meet, we've all had to do that because the system is set up to force you to be a slave. Yes. It's not set up for you to find your way out here so you can be making money on your own where you don't have to punch a clock and give all your time and your whole life really to a job. It wasn't meant for you to do that. That part is tremendously hard and it's not taught. Why didn't we get taught how to be entrepreneurs in school? Have you thought about that? Why didn't you get taught how to be an entrepreneur in school? They said, no, you got to keep doing this. Then you'll get to 9th grade. Then you'll get to 10th grade. Then you'll go to college. Then what? Then you can make $50,000 a year. Come on, y'all. This stuff was trash. How they rocked us to sleep out here. They got us in them churches. That's another thing. Have y'all noticed that? Sundays. So why do y'all think legally by law Sundays are all around the world, mostly in America, are put aside for church, right? It's known as a day for church. So that's why kids, by law, you can't make a child go to school on a Sunday. What y'all think that's about? That ain't no coincidence either. But because they want y'all to get wrapped up in that spell work every Sunday. Keep serving us. Keep worshiping us. Keep staying down. And while we keep y'all in this cycle. That's really what it's about. All of that stuff is spell work. TV and all that stuff. They news, all that stuff. It's just all spell work, y'all. So, y'all, I hope y'all having a great Tuesday. I'm going to tell y'all about this ghost tour I'm going on. It's called Nashville Haunted Ghost Tours. I'm going on it tonight. I'm probably go live or do a little quick recording while I'm there. Because I'm about to see what's going on in our town. See what kind of spooky stuff going on. I want to know. And they said they be hearing voices from a lot of these places. And people, that's why they had to make it a tour. A ghost tour. And it's mostly because of the battles that happen here. So our ancestors is waking up, y'all. Our ancestors is waking up. And I'm about to go see if I can hear one of them. Like, you got a message to deliver or what? Tell us what's about to happen for real. That's why I love doing shadow work, y'all. Y'all better start talking to the ancestors. If y'all don't, at least do it in the dream world. You know what I'm saying? Light an altar up to somebody come. If you don't want to do it directly, like sitting right there, because that's what I do. I have an actual ancestral altar. So you're welcome. I literally would sit down and like have pictures up and my candles and all my artifacts. And if you have artifacts, so that's another thing. I have personal artifacts of some of my ancestors too. And so anytime you have an artifact of theirs, it's a more higher chance that they're going to come. And you're going to get a message from them, having an artifact. So I'm going to be honest, y'all can get some answers right now. And I'm for real know what's going on out here if y'all just do that. Do that, y'all. So look, y'all take care of yourselves. Stay wise, stay balanced, stay hydrated. Stay in love, peace, and harmony, y'all. All right, the Copper Queen checking out. Peace.